against that team on the road?
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain because every time we're in a game with the guys that we have, we don't ever feel like we're out the game. Like, I feel like Coach said early on the season, like, you got to make sure, like, you put the car in reverse and make sure that we're really down because we don't ever give up. And once we see a little bit of life, we take advantage of it and then we attack it until we got to go a different route.
What were those discussions like in timeouts in the huddle when you guys just couldn't find a bucket and got down 18? What were those discussions like?
Honestly, at first it was like we was just looking like around, like we was like, there's so many players over here. Somebody's gonna like light a spark. Someone's gonna get us going because I think we went like 7 minutes without scoring or something like that. So, and it's hard when like teams are starting to get on a hot day, starting to send 2 people on him and make it difficult for him. But we're gonna adjust. So we won't get back in that situation and make y'all a little nervous anymore.
Did you feel like you had to be the spark at that point in time because you got hot?
I mean, I wouldn't want to say like, I just felt like it was handed to me like in that situation because we play off of like how the defense is guarding kind of. So once I seen that they was just denying everybody else, I'm like, well, I guess we got to see if this way works. So we tried different ways to attack, and just so happened my shot started going in. I seen a few free throws going, and then after that it was like, okay, now let's get this show started.
Have you ever been a part of a team that made a comeback of that magnitude?
Nah, I mean in AAU, but that really don't count. Like in college, I don't know if y'all seen my record last year. We don't want to talk about that.
What's your ability to? You've had 3 straight games with 4-point plays. What's your ability to get 4-point plays?
I don't really know. Like, I think they'd be so worried about like me getting my shot off to where they be trying to close out super hard and trying to like, and they don't really let me land. Like I've been having problems with that all year because they've been so worried about my shot. But I just shoot the ball, they run me over, they make it easier on me.
Winning a game in that fashion, what does that tell you about this team as you guys move forward?
Honestly, because like people, like I'm getting text messages, people talking about how I got the spark or something like that. But honestly, like if you watch the game over again, it was really like a real team effort. Like once I seen a few go in, then you seen Garcia going downhill, starting to get some tough layups, and then Shu came big off the bench, and then that got Hade. We gave Hade like a break to where like they forgot about him, and then he made a 3 to where it's like, okay, now everybody's starting to mesh. Like it's starting to look like how we've been playing all year. So really, every game we just look for that spark, and like even the first game of the season, like it looked rough against VCU, and then JG made a layup, and then after he made a layup, then after that it was like a whole different team. So we just wait for that one person to get us going because there's so many of us, and as you can see, Mike is back, so it's just so many of us.
What do you think about the start, 17-2? Did you guys see this coming?
We really want to be 19-0. We got 2 games that hunt us to this day, and every time that we get down, and we just be like, remember that feeling, and we don't want to feel that feeling again, to feel like we didn't leave it all on the court. And honestly, if I was to say 17-2, I mean, it's one thing to say it because like you go into every season thinking that you're gonna have a good season, but actually seeing it is amazing. And now that we see it, like I feel like it really just shows how resilient the team is, because not every game has been easy. Like we had to fight. Like I think 3 of the conference games we were down and we had to. So we know we're getting everybody best shot, so we got to start hitting people first now.
Speaking of the best shots, and this is a little bit taboo to talk about streaks, but the current winning streak, the unbeaten in conference so far. Speaking of best shots, teams, that's just another thing to put on the chalkboard. Let's chalk a loss up to McNeese, break the winning streak. Do you guys feel the a little bit of angst of, okay, when is it coming? And there's some school of thought is maybe it's better to lose one so you don't get that amped up from the competition. Thoughts on that?
I feel like we don't really want to go into any game thinking about losing. And I know that teams come in here thinking like we want to break that win streak, but at the end of the day, we play to a standard to where like if we have those standards and we do what we're supposed to do, we feel like we should win the game. So like a win streak, the win streak came after all the stuff that we've been through and the standards that we hold ourselves to. And if we keep doing the things that got us here, the wins will just keep coming. And like, so we don't go in the game thinking like we got this on the line, we got this win streak. Like we just go out there like, okay, we beat them. What's next? Like after corporates, now we got UNO. You know, so we're just like we're focused on them, and we go in there with the same mindset. Like we want to win the game. We want to win every game that we play, and we got comfortable early on in the season, and we know how that feels when it gets comfortable, and we don't want to be back there because that's how we had 2 losses in like, what was it, 4 games or something like that. So we don't, because once you get comfortable, it's hard to get uncomfortable. So it's best to just stay uncomfortable to where we don't get back in that bad spot.
You mentioned a second ago, a couple of the wins haven't come easy. Obviously, there's a reason you guys got down 18. What are you guys focusing on as you head into Saturday?
Just being tough. I feel like because I was in foul trouble early, and that like messed up like kind of like the rotation, and it's tough when like it looks like JG's gonna foul out every game now. Right? It looks like he's gonna get over me when he watches this, but like I gotta know that okay, if I see JG already in foul trouble, I can't be in foul trouble too, because like we both average double digits, so it kind of messed up the scoring like balance. It left Hade kind of out there like dry for a little bit, to where like Omar's trying to get everybody involved. That's what he does. Everybody plays their role to like the best they do, and like it was really just Hade was like the really only like scorer for real out there by himself, and Shu was having a rough game, to where like if she was having a rough game, JT would pick him up, and which he got going early, and then he just got in foul trouble. So it's just it was just a situation thing, I feel like, and they were tougher than us at the beginning of the game, and we tried to get tough by fouling them, and me and JG can't do that, especially JG. And JG, if you watch this, stop fouling.
Obviously, Saturday Mike went for 20. What does adding another piece into the rotation do for you guys?
It's amazing. Like you never know. Like I literally posted saying at this point you just got to choose your poison. Like we got so many scores, and I don't feel like it's our problem. I feel like it's coach's problem. Like who is he going to like? It's so many of us. It's like, man, I don't even know. Like I feel like we put him in a tough situation to where he doesn't even know who to put out there sometimes, because it's like it's so many of us, and that's a blessing. I feel like because of that, I feel like that's what makes our team as good. I feel like that's why we're 17-2, and I honestly feel Mike coming in the time that he came was like perfect. And now that he's here, I feel like it's going to be fun.
You said a second ago you don't think going into games about what you could do if you win, this, that, and the other thing. But if you guys win on Saturday, it's the best start in program history. What does that mean to you to be a part of a team that has the opportunity to do something like that?
Man, that's crazy. See, that's crazy, because I didn't even know that. But I promise you, we just like go into games like the same mindset that we do when we were like 0-0. But like, that's crazy. Like that would be amazing to be like one of the teams that like that we're gonna be the team that people start chasing, like history wise. So like that'd be a fun thing to be a part of. But we gotta make that happen. It's not just gonna be given to us. As you can see, I mean, Commerce probably won like one game, but we was down against them, so we can't look at any team lightly anymore.
Well, it's crazy too that this program is now getting national votes for a national AP Top 25 ranking. Do you guys as a collective talk about that, or you say, hey, let's leave that alone?
I mean, we see it, but I mean, if y'all know Coach Wade, he doesn't let our head get too big, so we can't really be too happy about it or look at it any type of way, or like go like and just, we just know everything that we do, we're gonna have to earn it. It's gonna be a little bit harder for us than everybody else, so we just gotta do our part and everything and take care of itself, honestly.
Do you feel like for a lot of you guys, this is a season of redemption, and kind of how you played the other day, Shoemake gets the basket as his redemption for his free throws. Do you feel like that's kind of your theme this year, or do you guys feel like that?
I lost to them too last year. I don't think you know that. I lost to them too. They blew me out by 20. I definitely remember that before the game. I'm like, man, I was in the same position last year. I'm not. Yeah, so I feel like that what makes our team, like we have a lot of players that I feel personally that's been overlooked. Like Hade went to TCU. He averaged 6 points because his minutes wasn't where they were supposed to be. So as y'all can see, he's an amazing player. JG, he's been through thick and thin. So like top to bottom, even Mike Saunders coming back now, like if y'all look at his stats, like it never looks like y'all wouldn't think that he'll play how he plays right now because the situation that we've been put in, and we've all been slept on, and we're happy that we got someone like Coach Wade and this program to believe in us and to give us the opportunity, and we're just happy that it's going how like we like planned, and like before the season this was like our dream, and like now that it's starting to happen, like it's like kind of like when you get candy with your parents, like yeah, you want Sour Patch, but I want a Twix, Snickers, and some more stuff now that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like we just want more and more.
Anything else? All right, man.
Appreciate it.